morning, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to Your Come Up. Today, we're going to have a conversation here with Mr. Ray Fernandez, also known as Mr. 88 Days. If you like what you watch, don't forget to drop us a like, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell notification so you don't miss your come up. Ray, you had a disadvantage there, but you turned that disadvantage into an advantage because you got the listing. How did you do that?
All right, well, Nathan comes to me and he goes, there's a guy who's selling by himself for sale by owner in Fullerton, and he says that if he doesn't sell his home within the next 2-3 weeks, he's going to start looking into hiring agents. I asked for the address, so naive that I was, that I just went over and I knocked on the door. I mean, in sales, one of the things that you're going to learn is you better overcome rejection and fast if you want to be successful.
Yes.
I had no fear whatsoever because I didn't know what rejection was. So I was told somebody wanted to sell. I was in the real estate business. I had no sales listings, so I went and I knocked on the door. That's how the party started. When I knocked on his door, he wasn't there. But when I get there, there were 3 other realtors in there in line waiting to talk to the for sale by owner. There was also an investor there. Actually 2 investors that were there to talk to the for sale by owner. But I stayed after everybody left, and I came back and I asked the lady inside, what time does he come home? And she said he comes home around 7:30, 8 o'clock. Okay. I said, where does he work? She says, well, he works in Westminster. I said, can you give me the address? She gave me the address. So I drove to Westminster. And when I got to Westminster and I spoke to the owner looked at me and he said, you do have some courage to come to my workplace and ask for the business. And I said, well, sir, you're looking to sell your home and I want to be hired for the job. He says, I'm not going to give you the listing, but I like your courage. And come back in 2-3 weeks from now, and if I don't sell it, I will definitely might consider giving you a chance. So before I left, I had to ask another question. I said, well, sir, why don't you allow me to do an open house for you? Back in those days, you could do open house. Why don't you allow me to do an open house for your home free of charge? If I do bring a buyer, would you pay me a commission? He said, sure, but I'm not going to sign a contract. He said, no, don't sign a contract. Just give me a chance. And he did. First weekend, we had so many people. It was unbelievable. Yeah. And in that weekend, I overheard agents telling the homeowner who was there at the house, why did you hire this guy? He has no experience. He's not from the area. And believe it or not, me being Hispanic, Latino in that neighborhood where the predominant culture and ethnicity was Asian and Caucasian, I was at a very big disadvantage. Not to say the least, I had no real estate experience. Although in sales, I mean, I have, I'll say 21 years of experience because I've been selling a lot of stuff. 0 listings, 0 buyer sales. So they actually said, why do you hire this guy? They didn't know I wasn't hired yet. So I proved myself that weekend. We didn't get any offers. He said, you want to do it again next weekend? I go, yes. So I did it again next weekend. And I did it again. He saw the activity. He saw that I was putting up my signs. I did, I don't know, about 40, 50 signs.
I helped you with those signs.
You helped me, remember?
I remember
From 5:30 in the morning. We're talking Fullerton where there's hills. We put signs all over the place. So many signs that we even had the city come up and say, you got too many signs out there, remove them. We didn't remove them. What the heck? We just went for it. Eventually, I did ask for the listing. And after 3 weeks of open houses, people coming in and no offers, and all these agents saying things that I would say unethical, unprofessional, but at the end of the day, they were trying to kick me out. He gave me the listing for only 30 days. 30 days. Should I go on?
Go on.
So for 30 days, he gave me the listing, and Nathan and I, we worked that listing. We did open houses during the week, on the week. In those times, it was not common to do open houses during the week. I was doing open house literally every other day during the week. And well, as time progressed, we got to 30 days. We didn't get a contract. What happens next is that I asked for an extension. And he does give me a 45-day extension.
Yeah.
On that 45-day extension, we're getting closer to to Thanksgiving time.
Yep.
Remember that?
I remember that.
And it's getting dark. Now it gets dark at 5. My open house used to last until 7:30, 8 p.m. Now I need to close down by 4:30 because at 5 it was dark. We get to almost the week of Thanksgiving, and he says, you know what? This is the bad season to sell the home. I think we're gonna stop. I say, you know what? Just give me one more week. Just give me one more week, and if we don't sell it, then it's okay. It was gonna be my first listing, my first cancel, no sale. By the grace of God, doing open houses, that day it was almost 5:30 p.m. It was dark, and I see a lady rushing in, and she says, can I see the house? And I'm like, with my signs putting on my truck, remember? And she says, can I see the house? I go like, well, yeah, you can see the house, but you won't be able to see the master because my homeowners are getting ready to go to an event. If it's okay with you. She says, yeah, that's fine. I see the pictures. I see the marketing. I just want to see the house on the inside. I walk the lady into the house. She looks at the house. She says, I love the house. I'm going to call my agent. I'm like, okay, sure. Everybody says that. Put my signs. The very next day, I get that call from an agent who says, my client saw your property. We'll put it in an offer. I'm like, sure, whatever. Well, 24 hours later, guess what? We sold the property. We have an offer. We were able to procure an offer because this lady happens to live 4 blocks away from that house, and she saw our signs, our open houses every day. She wanted a house in there, and somehow she got financed to the point where she was selling her house and buying another house, and she came about this house, and she said, you were one of the only agents who actually allowed me to see the house. Everyone else was a little bit hesitant to show me the house. You were very kind to show me the house, and well, I mean, that's how it started. I actually took the time. I showed the house, asking, expecting nothing, just like when I asked for the listing.
Yeah.
I only asked for an opportunity, and the rest is history. That property went under contract, and we ended up selling it on January 15 of 2017. We got my first closing, our first closing, and we made our first sale, and that's how I started listing and selling real estate in Southern California in 2006.